Hi everyone, welcome back to another St. Olave's question by Singapore Maths Academy. My name is Mohi. I'm going to take you through this question, and today we're looking at a really interesting patterns question where you might not initially think it's about nth term, but nth term that can really help you with this question. Now it says a shape is made from 2016 small squares. By continuing the pattern shown in the diagram below, each small square has a side length of 1 centimeter. What is the length in centimeters of the perimeter of the whole shape? Now, that can seem a bit tricky because you're looking at perimeter, right? So how can we solve this question? Well, I'm going to think of it this way. If I have just one column, right? So I'm going to say this is column 1, this is column 2, this is column 3, column 4, and so forth. If I just have one column like this, what would the perimeter be? The perimeter, because it's 1 centimeter length for each square, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For column, I'm going to write column 1, the perimeter is going to be 6. Does that make sense? We don't count the length inside because that's not part of the perimeter. Perimeter is the outer length, so you'll have something like this, even though there's a line in the middle. Okay, so for column 1, perimeter is 6. If I have another column, so I've got 2 columns now. For the shape with 2 columns, the perimeter is going to be what? Is it going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? No, it won't be because we've lost this side as well, right? So if I count this again, if I look at it in this way, this is not going to be part of it. And neither is this. And so we'll have, something like this. And so I can see there's going to be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The perimeter is going to be 10. I've added 4 more. So column 3, if it's a pattern that goes up in 4, should be 14, right? Well, we can double check and then we can be satisfied with that. And then we can see that the pattern goes up in 4s, right? So I know that was 10. I have to take this one away because that's not there anymore. So it'd be 10, take away 1, it's going to be 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, the perimeter is now 14. Okay, so I've added another 4. So I can see that I'm just going to be adding 4 each time. And because of that, I know, therefore, the nth term for this pattern of 6, 10, 14 is going to be 4n because it goes up in 4s. It's like the 4 times table. It's going to start off with 4n. And there's different ways we can work out what to add or subtract. In this case, I can just do if n equals 1, n represents a column number. 4 times 1 is 4, but it says 6 the perimeter, so I have to add 2. Some of us also work at the 0th term, right? So what would the perimeter be if there was 0 columns, which doesn't make sense in this case? It would have been take away 4, which is 2, right? But obviously if there's no columns, the perimeter would be 0, and that doesn't make sense, so you might not use that method. So 4n plus 2 is our nth term. Now it says that we have a shape made of 2016 small squares. Now if each column has 2 squares, how am I going to do this? If each column has 2 squares, that must mean that if we've got 2016 small squares, then it must be 2016 divided by 2. There must be this number of columns. 2000 divided by 2 is 1000. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So it's going to be 1008. There must be 1008 columns. Does that make sense? Can you see why? Because with column 1, right, if there was just one column, there's 2 squares. If there's 2 columns, there's 4 squares. If there's 3 columns, there's 6 squares. If there's 4 columns, there's 8 squares. Oh, not squares. Is there squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, squares. That's what I meant. If there's 4 columns, there's 8 squares. That means the number of columns times 2 gives us the number of squares. So if the squares is 2016, there must be half 2016, 1008 columns. Right, now I've got the number of columns. in a shape that has 2016 squares, I can use my nth term, because the nth term tells me the perimeter, right? The perimeter nth term. So let me write that here. Perimeter nth term. So I know 1008 is the column. So it'd be 4 times 1008. And then I'm going to add 2. 4 times 1000 is 4000. 4 times 8, 8, 16, 24, 32 is 32. Plus the 2 is 34. 4034 is the perimeter for this shape. 4034 is the perimeter, centimeters is the perimeter of the shape that has 2016 squares. So did that make sense? Did this video help you understand how to solve this question? Let me know in the comments below. Take care and I'll see you in our next video. Bye.